Hey everyone, this is Stephen Ray Vaughn. I'm going to be talking to you today about how to buy silver. I'm not going to be discussing the potential increase in the value of silver because I feel that there's plenty of YouTube videos that already do that. What I'm mostly going to be focusing on is what kind of silver, bullion or coins should the average college student buy without affecting their small budget. You can either go to a larger silver corporation, as a larger silver dealer, like I've gone to Northwest Ontario Mint. It's a silver company out of Washington State. You can find them online. It's Northwest Ontario Mint. Or the easier way, probably in my opinion, one of the more convenient ways to do it without having to wait 2 weeks or a month to get your bullion, is to simply go into a coin shop. And there you can usually get a lot more better customer service and a lot more of a interesting selection. It can change depending on what time you go there, and it's never the same. And I feel that if you're going to be purchasing silver for the first time, your best option is probably just to purchase a 90% silver dimes. They have about $1.30 worth of silver in them, and you can purchase them. I think on average, I might pay a little higher, might pay a little lower, but on average I pay $1.50 per dime. So it's really not a bad place to start. You end up paying a higher, convenience fee, I should say, because you're buying a smaller quantity. But so just go out and you can buy the 1 ounce dimes at the coin shop. Just walk in there, make it very clear that you just want the metal. Because if you just start buying the coins, they're going to start picking out that better quality ones, and they're going to start charging you just for the actual, value of the coin itself and not the metal. And once you get a sufficient number of whatever you feel is right of 90% silver dimes, then you could start buying the 1 ounce silver coins. Those go for, I think silver last time I checked was at $18 and some odd cents an ounce. You'll end up paying, let's say, I think on average, the average coin shop charges $2 above whatever silver's at. So if silver's at $18, you're going to end up paying $20 an ounce, which, is unfortunate, but, they're out to make a buck too. So if you go to sell your silver, they'll probably charge you a fee for that, or if you end up buying silver from them, they're going to charge you a fee on that as well. And then once you get, whatever you feel is a sufficient number of 1 ounce coins, hopefully by then you can move up to 10 ounce bars and just keep working your way up. But I definitely feel that it's, saving as if you would save for anything else. If you've got a low budget, what do you usually carry on you if you don't have much money? You usually carry around a lot of singles and fives. Where if you have a lot of money, you end up, carrying around a lot of $100 bills, $50 bills, a lot of 20s. It's the same thing as silver. If your budget's small, you end up carrying, the smaller quantity, which is the dimes. Or if your, budget becomes larger, you end up buying the more, that larger quantities, like the 10 ounce bars are up. I think it's very reasonable to expect that the average person should be able to afford the dimes as well as the 1 ounce coins. What else is there? I'd like to also say that, I think there's a misconception. A lot of people view the purchasing of silver as an investment. And in my opinion, buying silver is not an investment, as well as buying gold. Those two things are not an investment. An investment is when you take capital and you put it towards, either an enterprise or a project with the goal to make a profit. My goal in buying silver, and I think that, also with individuals who buy gold, is not to necessarily make a profit, but it's more as a form of savings. Which is a huge difference. Now I understand that there's a lot of economists out there that view savings and investment as the same, but in reality it's not. If I've got, $100,000 in, let's say, Federal Reserve notes under my mattress, that would be considered savings. But if I take that money and if I throw that into an investment, like if I throw it into a business to make money, if I throw it, let's say, into invest in other businesses to make money, that's an investment. Same thing as silver. You can purchase silver or gold or, metals, and you can tuck it away. But that's not an investment. because it is not, it's not generating on its own profit. The value of it might go up, but same thing as money. I mean, if I have, let's say, if I have Federal Reserve notes, $100,000 worth tucked away under my mattress, and let's say if you see heavy deflation, would people then start arguing that, that holding on to U.S. dollars is an investment? Of course not. They would just see it as just savings. So I think that, if you have a job and if, let's say you're only making, like the average college student probably only makes, maybe $500, maybe $600 a month. Let's say out of $600, you just end up putting, let's say, $30 a month as a college student into silver. It adds up pretty quickly. I mean, over the course of, a few years, let's say if you're a freshman, by the time you'd be graduating 4 years later, you have a pretty decent amount of silver out there. So then again, I guess that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say. If you guys have any other questions on how to buy silver, any specific questions, I've been buying silver for 2 years now. I started my freshman year in college. I'm now a junior. So if you guys ever have any questions, any, hints you guys need on how to buy silver, maybe, I don't really focus on, when to buy, because, I'm consistently buying, It doesn't really matter to me what the price is. Pretty much my mentality is, as long as I'm paying around $20 an ounce, and not like 25 or plus, I have no problem. So as long as the price I'm actually paying stays under $25, I'm not paying attention to the price. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. So yeah, I've been doing this for about 2 years, but buying silver, and just over time it becomes a habit. And once you form the habit, it's good because it's almost like, as every financial advisor says, you should pay yourself first. And how do you pay yourself? You should take money and throw it into a bank account where you are guaranteed. I mean, history. The entire, United States history shows that the currency becomes worth less in the long run. I mean, when the Federal Reserve first, was created, you could buy a bottle of Coke for 5 cents, and today that same bottle of Coke costs you $1, if not more. Now, granted, people do make more money, but it just goes to show that, savings and cash is not the way to go. Now, I think it's good to have cash, saved up for, the short-term, emergency expenses. You just never know what might happen. You might need to have quick cash. So it is good to have savings in cash, but the bulk of your savings should be in silver. If you can afford gold, all of the precious metals. Let's see, what else is there? If, let's say you just have a lot of coins, you can simply sort through your coins, find the copper pennies you might have. That's better than nothing. Gets kind of bulky though. So, but yeah, I'm a big silver guy. I've always have been for, almost 2 years now. And I probably will be for my whole life, unless if markets change and, the opposite direction. But, so yeah, have any questions, feel free to ask, and I would be, happy to help you out. Have a great day.